Welcome to the Broskiedoodles Podcast, the best podcast in all the motherfucking land. You already know what it is. It's your boy KIKO Cervantes. I got a few little hoodlums from back in the day I grabbed from the streets. Adrian, well, you already know. He's a Broskiedoodle resident at this stage, but he's back in his motherland. He made it back, so we're glad he's there.
Made it back in one piece, baby. Here for round two.
Hell yeah. And we also got our boy that you gotta have quite the story with your conversion, DJ BJ, who's coming here to fucking defend his honor after we talked a little shit about him in the last podcast.
You may call me Sultan DJ BJ from Agrabah.
From Agrabah. So what it do, bro? What's up with your situation?
New year, new me. I just tried to, decided that something's got to change for me to be better. I just got to start doing better. I can't just think about it. I can't just say it. I can't just hey, I have a dream that one day I can have money in my own place. No, I gotta be about it.
The first step is to dress the par. Exactly. Oil money. Okay.
Dress for the job that you want, not the job that you have.
Oh shit. The only thing is, it's a little weird if you're going with that tuxedo to your fucking janitor job. That looks weird. Kids are like, "What are you doing there? Are you Lex Friedman or what?" No, I'm just dressing. I'm dressing for the job that I want.
I'm dressing the part. I'm dressing for the job that I want.
I don't know.
But this is what I got.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Comical.
we do appreciate you being here. I mean, before we go any further, can you explain? Is it the case that you're in a conversion situation right now where you're converting to Islam, or do you just get so much money and started buying gold, Cuban links and gold chains that you now feel like you need to dress like oil money? What's the situation that you got going on there? I see the glasses too. You got like Rick Ross type glasses. What's going on?
I'm glad that you pointed that out. Today, I am honoring a very special day in America. Today is Martin Luther King Day. So I am honoring my Muslim brethren and showing support for this special day.
Okay. Because he was Muslim. Right?
I don't know how to think Malcolm X, but
I mean, the people that he hung around with definitely were Muslim.
Okay.
So it's part of the mentality to part of that whole.
Are you using this wardrobe to for example, go DJ parties?
Yes, I could, particularly if there is a party today. I reserve it mostly for Halloween as a part of a nice little costume that I have yet to try because of COVID. Thanks a lot, COVID. All my parties were canceled. I had a Christmas party, a Halloween party, and a New Year's party. All got canceled because of COVID.
For someone that's in the DJing circuit of of quinceañeras in the Miami area, what has been the financial hit that this sector has taken since COVID has come to fuck with us?
Actually, I see that some of the party places have actually made money more so than you would think, because imagine that you are a banquet hall. You sell the spot or the location for 100 guests, and the day of the party, only 50 guests show up. You're still getting paid for the 100 guests, and you only have to tend to 50 guests or 60 guests or a certain percentage of the not 100% capacity. So
wouldn't that just be for existing reservations? Because after a certain point, then there's limitations on reservations, and to expect less.
Right. As time passes by, reservations go down overall, but the reservations that exist are already paid for up front. So you don't have to work as much to get the same amount of money. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's only until they find out this is going on, and then people stop booking the next. I mean, I guess that that logic of yours works for the first time that we find out we have COVID going around, and then from there on,
And
people's
Not,
And it
mentality
would-
change.
not really, because
It would be
people
for
are
a place
still,
that doesn't accept cancellations too. Because a lot of places put policies in place that, like, because of COVID, we understand, we'll give you everything back.
most banquet halls have that in their contract, where you cannot cancel for any reason
Damn.
whatsoever.
Rain or
But that's a
shine,
loss on the
COVID,
producers. The
mudslide.
banquet hall is just the renter of the venue. Someone's paying for the loss, and that's gonna be taken into
But-
account in the next one.
The person that's doing the party, they're only doing that one party that one time in that one place. So if everybody only realizes in that one time that they go that they're making a party that they can't, they're not gonna tell their guests, "Oh shit, I paid for 100% of you, and you guys, and only 50% of you guys showed
I don't
up."
know if I'm high, but I'm fucking completely lost on what the fuck you talking about, dude. Like, is it me, Adrian, or is DJ
Okay.
BJ? Like,
It makes sense the first go around, but a business is not sustainable like that, because after a while, everyone's just gonna, like you said, catch on or try and get their money back. Like, yo, it's not like we're just canceling to cancel. There's COVID in place.
what, like,
and if a
what,
per-
But-
what was the
but
reason
the-
you said? Okay, so people
the,
already
the,
booked
the
the
issue
thing.
the issue comes is that your guests have COVID. My workforce and my people are here to work, whether you like it or not.
yeah, but a business is not gonna.
Yeah,
It's not gonna thrive that way,
the
because
thing you
eventually
say-
that word gets around that they're assholes, and they're just
I
gonna
get
book with
it.
somewhere else that has a better cancellation policy.
if you're a
but
waiter,
now let me
it
ask you
helps
this: what if all banquet halls have that same cancellation policy, that regardless of COVID, they're not going to give you your money back? Because realistically, the bride or the groom are still fine, and they're there. It's like the majority of the guests, so it's not financially like
Oh, I get you.
convenient
Like if it's a wedding
for
or a
you to
quinceañera.
right.
Okay,
Like
okay.
the quinceañera is fine. The family of the quinceañera is fine. Maybe like la abuelita has to stay home or some shit.
Right, which is not really a bad thing.
And then towards it's not really like, oh, everybody's committed in the beginning. Everybody RSVPs, and then like a week or two before, some guests start calling. Oh, I got COVID.
I'll
I
be
can't
honest
go.
with you.
Oh damn, I got COVID.
That would actually be like my dream wedding. Right, like I planned it out for 200-300 people, and right on the day that's gonna come, the weekend before that, 75% of them get COVID or whatever the fuck the disease is,
They get some shit.
and then only the VIP get to come, and I don't have to feel bad about it, and they can't really tell me anything about it. Does that
Can't
make
tell
sense?
me nothing.
Well, in that case, you would eat the loss of all the money that you put down.
Yeah, because you're putting down 30
Right,
grand
but I
for
mean,
this party.
No loss is
Give and
bad
take.
enough.
Give or
you
take
know,
30 to 50 for 300 guests.
having
No,
a bunch
give
of
and
annoying
take.
people.
Yeah, you lost the money, but you also don't have to deal with all the people.
I gained
now-
the experience. I don't
now
have
you
to
got double
have
the-
people telling me, where do I park? I don't know, motherfucker. I'm about to have
Now-
one
well, now
person
you
for
got
the rest of my life. Let me fucking,
Now everybody get you like four
having no
times this
stress
shit.
on my mind.
reminded me of that scene in Old School where we were feral. It's on like couples therapy. He's like the therapist is like, this is a safe place. Like he's like, all right. Well, what's happening is that I'm having a very hard time coming to grips that I'm gonna have just one vagina for the rest of my life. And then the girl, that his wife, is like, what the fuck? And he's
The
like, well, I
fuck?
thought this was a safe place.
It is.
but you're still gonna get fucked.
No, but I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean,
Is it sustainable for the business? No, because in the long term, people are just gonna not do parties. Not even
Okay.
at that.
I just wanted to
at
make
that
sure
banquet hall
that your
pit.
mind, your logic took you
Oh
there.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it was there to begin with.
Like if
The
somebody
issue
was gonna
was-
get married in the next few months, they might be like, "Hey, DJ BJ, we're gonna call that off for now, because we don't know what's gonna happen. So people will put
Yeah.
off events for later.
Mm-hmm.
Like a
then-
What's happening now?
quinceañera might be having a 17añera.
Something like that, or a sweet 21 or some shit like that. Because at the rate that this is going, who knows when this is gonna stop?
Yeah, I mean, but this
Well,
stage,
things are bouncing back now, at least for the hotels. There's a lot more weddings being booked and meeting and events group being booked for 22 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
oh damn,
Yeah,
is this like official?
corporate side of me is
Okay.
Shit.
it's taking off.
Shit. Don't let the bunk beds in the back fool you. This motherfucker moves KPIs. I don't know if that's even like
You
that
see
way that
you
could
see the
address-
setup with the stickers in the back?
Damn.
Oh, damn.
Are those glow in the dark stickers?
Nah. No. Not until we get our own place.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did, man.
No, the glow in the
Yeah,
dark's
we got
the glow in the dark's on the roof.
That's right. With the stars. We're not there yet. Oh shit! One of those is missing a blade.
I think it'll be really cool if you get a 3-floor bunk bed.
It would save a lot of space.
You'll have a lot more room for activities.
Oh,
Right.
or those beds that like fold up and shit.
You just close them into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Awkward
Do that.
silence. That's really nice.
Like
No, just envisioning and thinking
yeah,
how much that
imagining
costs.
yeah.
No, it reminded me of Despicable Me in the movie where they have the spaceships.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then they rotate.
Like you could have little capsules. Like right now, if you go to Japan and you want to go into like a hostel, it's not like a nasty place where they have a bunch of bunk beds and people farting. They have capsules where like you go into like a fucking, like if you were in a submarine and then you close a capsule and you're pretty much like in a little box where you cannot really stand up, but you can lay, and you have in the little walls you have like, you know, TV and things to plug in your phone and shit. So if you could set up your house to have 3 little capsules, right? You, your kids, whatever, boom, boom, then you can have a lot of room for activities. You can even get like a 1-bedroom apartment and pretty much have like a whole setup going on. I'm talking about like minimalistic, you know, like Japanese culture type shit.
So let me
Any
ask you
homes?
this, like,
Sorry?
yeah. So let me ask you this: you go into the little capsule, or somebody like, because these capsules are like rotated, like people, you know, go in, they use it, and they leave. And I mean, I don't know how often they would clean them. They would probably clean them like at the end of the day, every hour, after every use.
They're not for jerking off. So I mean, get to the question.
So
Would
like,
these be
if-
clean on a daily basis, like including the roof and the screens and everything? I don't know,
The guy
DJ. I would assume if they see you going in there, they'll probably clean it on a daily basis. Yeah, with a pressure hose and fucking.
the guy before you goes in there. He se tira un peo, like nasty, horrendous.
Right.
He comes out, and you go into this capsule. It closes on you, and then you smell it.
You're stuck in there too. It's a lot.
I mean, that seems like for that to happen, many things would have to go wrong in the whole like logistics of this place.
The whole system.
However, it would take someone like you to fart in the capsule before you leave, close it, and then have somebody come. Maybe the cleaner will catch it. Now, if your fart is strong enough to go through 2 cycles of opening and closing,
It can happen.
You tell me.
What if it gets stuck in the little sabana in the bed stuff?
Well, they will clean, you know. But again, maybe
but like, that's why I asked, how often are they cleaning these things?
maybe you have farts that, you know.
Or what if I deliberately get a pillow, put it between my legs, and then I fart,
And you give them pink eye?
and then I just leave it there.
That would be for a good little podcast clip. You leave a camera recording and you wait for the guy to come in and you know, see the reaction.
Okay. Well, I wanted to, you know, to speak to you guys about some, you know, pretty cool stuff today. But before that, we're gonna go to our sponsors today. Okay, is the little Broskiedoodles noodles. So the new Broskiedoodles noodles are available now on every Publix and Walmart across the country. They're $1, or you can get 3 for $2, and they come in the shrimp, meat, and classic chicken flavor. The Broskiedoodles noodles. Please buy them, and you don't have to put any code because we are direct partners. So just by buying them, you'll be supporting the Broskiedoodles. So back to our program today. I wanted to touch on some subjects because if I, you know, let BJ keep talking shit, he can go rambling for hours. I wanted to touch on some serious subjects because you know, you heard our last podcast. I even made a clip about it. It wasn't really conscious trying to poke at you, but you know, it did make you feel a certain way because when things are true and you know they're true, they hurt. So we were speaking about you
Oof.
being a flake, right? This is, we spoke in the
Oof.
in the
This
last
is the next clip, by the way.
the last episode. We'll put a clip real quick right here for people that didn't see the episode or can be reminded anyways. And pretty much what I gotta say about it is we were talking about slangs, and one of the words that we used to say back in the day is flake, and we kept using that. At least I did here. I tell a Spanish motherfucker here he's a flake, he don't even know, right? So, but I keep using it, and we used you as an example because you always flake, right? I mean, even today, you even did some fleekerish shit, right? Like where you like, oh, I'm logged in, but I'll be right back, and then that to give you an extra half an hour to eat shit. So I wanted to know, is this flaking done in a deliberate way, or is it just something that just haunts you where you feel bad about it, or are you very like just fresh, chill, where you're like, yo, suck a motherfucker's nut?
Oof. That's a very loaded question. First of all, I took it personally when you said it, but I know that you were talking about the jargon and the slang that you guys were using back in the day. The term flake, it hits hard because it is true. But most of the time, the issue with flaking isn't deliberate. I think it's a time management issue where I believe that I'm going to be available to do something at a certain time, and then as the time gets closer, I realize that I won't make it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're caught in this conundrum of like, do I even tell them, or I just let time go and be my flaky self,
Yeah, that's very hard to, like, for me at least. Do I admit failure and say, my bad, I can't go? But mind you, I have already said my bad, I can't go in previous times, right?
Okay.
So then the next thing is, do I even commit to doing this at all? Because then there comes this chance of the flaking. So do I even say yes, I'm gonna go do it, or I upfront and say, look, I'm not even gonna say yes because I know I'm gonna flake from the get.
I think that might be the better option, and it's a quality that not many people have. At least I see that a lot in Miami. Everyone's like, yeah, bro, I'll let you know. That's a classic line. I'll let you know.
Yeah, hey, I'm down, bro. I'm down.
Be a cultural thing.
I'm down.
Or is it like, Adrian? Could it be like, Adrian? Do you also fall in the flakiness? Or I mean, we talked about this in the last episode, but we can go into deeper because at the end of the day, he is here to defend himself, and I don't wanna, be a piece of shit about it. Like I want there to be nuance. Like it could be the case that the cultural upbringing in Miami made it almost inevitable for there to be some flakiness in his character.
I think it's not only John. Everybody's character. Everybody has a touch of flakiness to them. In the city, in this magic city, everyone has a little bit of flake.
This city.
Everyone just says, "Yeah, bro, I'll let you know," or "Yeah, I'll be there. I'll give you a call," and that never happens.
And then you call them and they don't pick up.
Yeah, I fall into that trap a lot.
You know what's also happening? The flaking going on when you're calling the guy,
the guy,
Mr. Hey,
Mr. Flakes himself.
Mr. Flakes himself, and he's like, bro, I got you. And you arrive at the place, and it's like he disappeared for 3 weeks.
Doesn't even live there anymore.
Just
he
back
moved
3 weeks
in
later.
that little time.
Hey, bro,
he moved.
Yeah, and came back. But anyways, okay. So the flakiness, I think in Miami, whenever I would assume this happens too, like in Hollywood, in California, wherever there's like this vanity, right? A lot of this, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like this, superficial vibe. You're gonna have a lot of this bullshit, like face fronts, where you're always gonna be like, yeah, sure, yeah, we're gonna make it, and then it's like, oh, I'm sorry, this happened. Do you think it can be improved, John? Do you think this is something like that? There's steps that can be taken for you to improve your flakiness, and I understand that maybe not eliminate it completely based on the circumstances, but at least reduce it to a manageable level.
I feel
Like
like
some Head and Shoulders treatment.
we need to discuss like the source of the flakiness, like what's causing you to flake, and then think about then should you just like isolate yourself from society and say no to every single event? Like would it be better if I say no, I'm not going, and then I show up, or yeah, I'm going and don't show up?
I would go with no and then show up with the element of surprise. And it's like I cleared out something in my schedule and I was able to make it, but I didn't lie to you from the beginning. But I think a lot of people have a hard time saying no up front, and that's why you get the I'll let you know type of thing going on.
That's where we're going to. Like the flakiness comes from people not being able to say no. Like I can't say no to hang out with all of you.
I made it a social
because I enjoy
social pressure
hanging out with every single one of you, and I don't want to say no to your face because it feels rude, or it feels like, you know, like standoffish, like oh, I don't want to hang out with you, like, you know, like that's what it feels like.
What you're doing there, you're making yourself to be the victim. Like you love us so much, like it almost pains you.
I was victimizing
you.
I
don't want to hurt you.
I'm doing this for you.
Guys,
I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing
you guys is the greatest privilege I could have. So for me to say no, it's like I'm betraying my father. So I take this pain inside, and I am the group flake, the dominated flake, and you're like the Dark Knight. You're like the Dark Knight, where like you're the hero that nobody knows.
One day
about.
you'll understand, my kids.
I'm not the flake that you deserve, but I'm the flake that you need right now.
Yeah, like I'll tell you this. In the great words of my boy Jeff Bezos, you know how Amazon became who they are? They under promise and over deliver. And by you saying, bro, I actually don't think I can go, but if there's any way I can get out of my commitments, I'll pass through, but I really can't promise anything. And then you do come through, you under promise but over delivered.
Became Bezos.
You see? Boom, boom. Bezos. I just fixed that problem for you. I just gave you that Amazon Prime.
Immediately. All right. I'll take your advice. I'm gonna do it from here on out.
And this way we start normalizing not always having to say yes to things. It's like, bro, bro, actually, let me check.
So it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Also,
because if you just say no, I'm not going, then you just look like an asshole.
That's when you get the asshole thing, the victimizing.
That'll be like a psychopath, right? Like a psychopath that just says like, no, sorry, no.
Like, next subject.
Next thing. I'm Elon Musk's son. What's up? Next one. No. Like, okay, for example, I'll give you, let's all give an example of how you could say this, right? Somebody, hey, bro, oh, damn, man, how you doing? Look, next Saturday, I got this little thing for my daughter, and we're making like a little bouncy house things, you know, just like it's like a afternoon thing, but we're going to have margaritas and shit. You want to come through? He's like, damn, bro, that sounds mad fun, bro. But I actually got some shit, you know. The wife's always making this fucking, you know, like get-togethers with like other couples and shit, and I have to kind of show up because I do go play football some days. But anyways, look, I don't think I can go, but if I can get out of going out with these fuckers, I'll definitely come through. Is that cool if I text you if I'm maybe free? All right, bro, cool, man. Yeah, go suck a dick. Okay. I think that was actually like fucking Oscar nominated type shit. Like that was really good, right?
Then it's like, bro, KIKO, do whatever you need to do. I get it.
Yeah, it also has the element of tiring you out. So that it's like,
like fuck, like all right, I got it.
Yeah, man, you're next year.
Yeah, you also guarantee he's not gonna ask you again to do shit. How would you do it, John? Now I'm gonna put you in the spot. Now that you have learned. Well, actually, Adrian go first so that he can learn a few more pointers, and then he can do his own. I think that would be good for the workshop.
So why don't you ask Adrian? Like you're the person asking.
All right. So let's say Adrian, you and me, we're going by Dolphin Mall, and I see you, right? And we're like boys from like high school and shit, but we haven't seen each other in a few years. But we're always cool. And I see you, I'm like, oh fuck, Adrian, dog, what do you do, dog? What's good? And you're like, hey, what's good, man? And you guys start talking like back in the day, like it looks a little weird because you know old, you don't have any hair, but you're saying shit like, yo, fire, remember you were a heat up, you know, going back to the slangs that we use. And we're like, and I see you right at the end of the conversation, we have a great conversation about our lives and our successes and our failures. And I'm like, hey, bro, let me get your number. next Saturday, bro, my girlfriend's setting up a little getty, and all of her single friends are coming. They're all fine, and they're really actually looking to do some crazy shit. You wanna come through, bro?
Well, in that case, I'll definitely go though. I'm not trying to get out of that one.
Like you're clearing out your schedule. Like if you got anything for that Saturday,
I'm already texting, getting rid of both the kids.
Adrian is like, bro, like I don't know how much babysitters cost. Yes, I'm there. Like put yes twice. Can you put me and myself again on the list just to make sure another motherfucker?
Even you are like skeptical as to how fast I said yes. Like, don't you have kids that you want to check with the baby mama and stuff? KIKO, don't worry, I'll be there.
Okay, no, I just wanted to fuck with your mind there, but okay, never mind that. I'm inviting you to some boring ass shit. So let me go again.
Take out my phone first and be like, yo, let me get your number. I'll let you know. I gotta see.
It's like, hey, bro, could you record yourself saying that too, so I can have proof? No, okay, but look, let me ask you something. Okay, so like a more serious thing, where like boring ass event. Hey, bro, what's good, man? Look, so check it out. Next Saturday, my niece is having this little like party, right? We're gonna get a little bouncy house, a pony and shit. You wanna come through, bro? I think it's gonna be fun times. Some of my aunts will be there. Bro, like you wanna come through, bro? I think it'll be fine. We haven't seen each other in a while. I think my grandma wants to say hi to you.
Yeah, the thing with this situation is that I do have little kids that I'm constantly looking for something to do with them. So in this situation, I'll be like, yeah, let me get the details and I'll see you there. I wouldn't be trying to get out of that one. What happens with me a lot is
so that this one is almost as interesting as the one with the single bitches. He's like, actually, KIKO. Okay. So, how about this? You tell me a scenario that I can say that you actually wouldn't like to go, because it seems that you like all these weird type shits.
Well, in the first one, I like to go for personal interest, and the second one is I have my kids. I'm going to take them to something because I'm always looking for something, and that seems like the cheapest option. To be quite honest.
Like you can it's cheaper than like Little Caesars even.
It just so happens that with me, people are inviting me out a lot, but I have the kids I have Lucas every other weekend, which is it's complicated because with Graham I could take him to different places. I can have him hang out with us and whatnot, but with Lucas it's a little bit more restrictive. So I usually just resort to I need to check with Lucas's mom to see if I'm gonna have him.
Right.
Because if I do have him, then I'm automatically a no. And I've tried to take him, and I've had people come over when he's here and they see how difficult it is. And after that, people understand. As soon as I say I got Lucas, they're like, I got you, bro. You let me know.
So you actually have like a get out of jail free card.
For life. Well, for a few years.
Yeah. It's like, bro, I got kids. That's it. And it is true. Like I have friends of mine that I would bully into doing shit and try to like come up with every reason to counteract their excuses. But as soon as some of my friends here started having kids and shit, they're like, hey, bro, I have to take care of this thing so that it doesn't fucking die. It's useless. I'm like, that's literally nothing I can do about that. And I don't have the energy to tell you the reality of the situation and why I am worth much more than that person that has nothing to offer, no conversation, no topics, and I'm not gonna get into that conversation with you. I prefer to keep it, royal, keep it diplomat.
I've known you for 12 years.
We passed out in Ultra 29, dog. What the fuck? I rescued you from the EMT. I don't know.
Do they insist like they wanted to bring their kids to whatever it is that you had originally offered?
Sorry?
Do they insist like, no, bro, it's okay. I'll take my kids to whatever it is that.
Oh, no. They're like, no, they don't. No.
They already. And you don't insist either. You don't say like, oh, just bring them. Because you already
Hell no.
Okay.
Because more often than not, he's going to like a bar, right?
I'll be honest with you. And people know this a little bit about me. I mean, the thing is with having a podcast is that part of this being the podcast that I want it to be, I have to be very honest at times and vulnerable and say shit about me that people can use against me or judge me or whatever the fuck. But like, bro, like this is a thing, right? Like I'm very respectful and I don't like things that annoy me, right? So kids are annoying, right? So I tolerate the ones that I need to tolerate, right? The ones that are family related because I kind of need to, right? And for some of them, I got even more love than others, I don't want to specify here because, but like, and I have love for them, so that makes it easy for me to take the BS, right? Now, with other friends, kids, it's like, bro, if you come to my house once with your kid and you don't take care of your kid, if you're the type of parent that are just laughing when your kid is destroying somebody's house, you never come into my house ever again. We're probably not gonna see each other ever again. We're
With or
probably
without
gonna,
your kid.
yeah. We're probably just gonna be like people that talk to each other through memes in Facebook, and that's it. Because the way that you raise your kid tells a lot who you are to me. I'm becoming very dictatorship like in my later years.
Oof.
I'm gonna write a memoir. No, but with Adrian, I think he has an advantage where he could just be like, "Hey, bro, I got kids," so they're like, "Ah, yeah, don't worry." And I understand that because when my friends tell me that, I'm like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, whatever. You're dead to me, actually." And I'm pretty sure Adrian has felt that he doesn't get contacted by some friends, since given the
As
fact
often.
That has happened too. That you don't hear from people that often because they know your situation and they don't even bother, which hurts a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I've had instances where people can insist, like, "No, bro, you got the kids. Don't worry. Let's go do it." I go do it, and they see how troublesome it is, and then I'm like, "This is why."
This is why.
Well, how about this? I have a little like solution because I'm a solution guy. I mean, one of the best solutions guys we've had here is our boy Tavo that we all love, and he's going through his own things at the moment. He's always waging a battle, with different demons, So I remember he's a solution, man. I remember when he came through the podcast. One thing I learned from him is I cannot just bring here the things. I need to also provide some of the solutions. That's why when BJ comes, we try to help. And I don't want people to think that we bring him here like our retarded brother. He's our boy. But
Nobody
despite how he dresses.
So a solution to this is in the US, it's very common for there to be parks, like open, trees parks, right? Like we know some of them, like the CB Smith Park, like Oleta Park, or Markham Park. Okay, so I think, right, like me as a person that wants to, I don't want to be the person that doesn't have friends. So you do have to filter out and be like, okay, there are some families that I'm going to have to hang out with that have kids. And this is going to become even realer when I have kids too. And now I have to mix my kids with other kids. But now that I don't have kids, it's a mission for me to do it. But I do it because I got love for my friends, very few of them. So going to one of those parks, and I'm pretty sure you've done this, Adrian. How was your experience when you go to a park like that, where you have a picnic, where you have like people doing barbecue? You have people sitting down. You have a little football going. You have a little, one of those
Frisbee.
A frisbee going. Everybody, you got the little flowers. You got the little butterflies. Do you think in those situations it's something like, okay, they could be a little disastrous because they're out here in the wild, so to speak, and you got your boy there, like, hey, are you working hard or hardly working on the grill? Like, does that work out better than going to fucking like,
those are the best situations. Yeah. If you're gonna meet with people, that is the best situation you could be in because it's expected for everybody to be running around wild and shit. You're at a park. But the best solution is for everybody else to have kids. Because I've gone to barbecues with family and I still have to run after the littlest one. The older one can take care of himself. But it's the youngest one that needs the constant attention, the constant, hey, don't run into that car. Hey, don't fucking climb the tree. Hey, whatever it may be. So yeah, out of everything that you could do is that, the beach, the pool, anything outdoors where there can be continuously stimulated. Because if you go to like a bowling or a Top Golf, it's just trying to make sure that they don't die. In bowling, it's the little one running onto the lanes. In Top Golf, it's the other one trying to look over the edge.
Oh my God.
No, I feel you. Okay.
Well, John knows too. John's basically I wouldn't say raises his niece, but he's there quite often for her.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not.
Would you
It's
say
not
you're like?
very.
Would you say you're more than an uncle?
No, I wouldn't say that.
That gets weird.
Yeah, I don't know why that question started fine. Started like a technical question, and then it got really dark.
Oh man.
It got really dark. No. What I'm trying to say is that would you say that you know? I mean, you love her very much. She's your niece. That you put a lot more effort into it than a normal, like an average uncle would put. Like you. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing like that, you piece of shit?
Would you say you have skin in the game?
Yo, this dude, bro.
50%, right? 50%. Oh my god.
Fuck. No, but what I'm saying is, like, do you, for example, are you able to use that card? Yo, I'm taking care of my niece this weekend.
There are times where I would have to have, like, I've used that card recently, more recent than before, but not necessarily, because she is here often, but not often enough for me to have that as a card. So let's say she's here once a month, more or less.
Okay. What about I need to go to church? Is that one that you've used in the recent times that you've converted?
I mean, church is with me everywhere I go. When it's 5 o'clock and it looks for the sun in the west, and there we go. You know, like it's just
right there, wherever you go.
It's right. Church is right wherever
you make the connection. I go. You make the connection.
Church it has not been a reason for me to not go.
Okay, so you give us an example, right? So Adrian already, besides smashing some of my questions, saying, he also gave examples. How would you respond? So I'm like, I see you, right, John? But obviously, don't think it's me, Kiko. Like, it's another friend. Like, because if it's me,
yeah,
you better tell me the truth, or I'm gonna slap you right there in Dolphin Mall. But think about like a friend from the past, right?
We're talking about random high school friend that you used to hang out with a lot.
Yeah, and you're cool with. He never dirtbagged you,
but you just meet up with him now recently.
Right, bro. You even had a few beers in Dave and Buster, because he's like, bro, you know what, bro? Let me buy you a beer, bro, because damn, bro, you bring so much memories, dog. You guys sit down, we're talking, and I'm like, yo, John, guess what, bro? I gotta go now, but this Saturday, my mom is hosting her 50-year anniversary with my dad, and we're gonna have rancheras, and we're gonna have taco night. And bro, it's gonna be super fun. It's gonna be a lot of tias there. They're gonna be telling the stories from their childhood. So I just want you to come through, bro. Are you down, bro? What's up, man? You're not working, bro. You gotta come down.
And then I remember that he had a hot sister. So I'm like, yo, is your sister gonna be there? And then he's like, oh man, hello.
The video went off.
Yeah, my window. Oh, give me a sec. I'm getting a. God damn it.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, this guy is one of the
in action
pieces of shit.
It couldn't be a better topic for him to disappear on.
Well, anyways, guys, we're gonna end it there, because when you have a retard as a guest, these things may happen. But we wanted to give a little more insight into what flaking is and what are the consequences of it. So thank you very much for tuning in. We love you. And thank you, Adrian, for being there, even, from over there.
Of course, dude, anytime. I'm Broskiedoodle. So Broskiedoodles do.